57.6 kilogramos. He weighed in at 126 3/4 pounds. Tiene un récord de 37 victorias, 5 derrotas y 19 victorias por knockout. His record, 37 wins, 5 losses, with 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA Bantamweight Champion of the world, currently ranked the number 8 WBC Featherweight contender. Aquí está el ex campeón mundial peso gallo, ahora el número 8 en el mundo peso pluma, presentando Luisito Espinosa. Y su oponente en la esquina roja. His opponent across the ring in the red corner wearing blue trunks with white trim. Con pantaloncillo azul con franja blanca, representando Guadalajara, Jalisco. Con el mismo peso, 57.6 kilogramos. He weighed in the same weight of 126 3/4 pounds. Con récord de 27 victorias, 0 derrotas y 2 empates. Tiene 18 victorias por knockout. His record, a fine one at 27 wins, no losses, 2 draws, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the WBC International Featherweight Champion. Demos la bienvenida al campeón internacional peso pluma del Consejo Mundial de Boxeo, el invicto Alejandro Cobrita Gonzalez.
All right, Barry, let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and there's really not much difference, I guess, between these two fighters.
Very little indeed, 2 inches in reach for Gonzalez, but very little indeed. Both of these guys are very well measured up.
Well, Gonzalez, Cobrita they call him in Mexico, undefeated and holds the WBC International Championship. All of his fights, by the way, have been in Mexico. Espinosa, a former world champion, the WBA champion in the bantamweight division. The two shake hands, go back to their corners, and so we're about ready for action. Coming up later tonight, the WBC lightweight championship fight, but this figures to be a real corker itself. Anxious to see Gonzalez in action, who you were just looking at. There's Espinosa. But Gonzalez, a real comer, 27-0-2 with 18 knockouts. More of a knockout punch than does Luisito Espinosa, who is 37-5 with 19 KOs. That's Espinosa in the red trunks and the ponytail.
Yes, Espinosa, we must remember, the vast majority of his fights were at bantamweight. Good left hook from Gonzalez.
Right away, first punch of the fight, and it rocked Espinosa just a little bit, getting caught a little bit cold.
Yeah, he showed him the jab, then turned it into a left hook. A nice sneaky punch, but I was saying that Espinosa, most of his fights were at bantamweight, so the difference is that Gonzalez has been a fully fledged featherweight for some time now. He's 6 years older, Espinosa, than Gonzalez, so he's got the advantage in years as well as Gonzalez.
As often happens with fighters in Mexico, at a very early age, they have a lot of fights. Gonzalez just 20 years old. Already has had 29 bouts in his career.
Yeah, good left hook. I see that he's working on that left hook right away. He's I heard good reports about this guy. I heard that he's been working with Goyo Varga in the gym in the past, and he's had the better of him in the gymnasium. As we know, Goyo Varga is the WBC featherweight champion. So obviously that sounds good anyway. But you can look good in the gym and look pretty poor in the ring. So let's see what this guy's got. He turned out to be a fairly sharp hitter. You can see that he places his shots very well. He's looking for that left hook a lot. Got that typical Mexican chopping left hook.
Mexican fighters are schooled in how to rotate and throw that left hook to the body. And Gonzalez with the early pressure, backing up Espinosa.
He's trying to position him he's walking him onto the right hand. He hasn't thrown the right hand too much now, but he's walking him onto that punch. Espinosa, a lot of orthodox fighters move onto the right hand. And
right hand by Espinosa, and that one really shook up Cobrita Gonzalez.
put Gonzalez right down. It touched the floor with that, got back up again. Tremendous, cracking shot. These guys are big hitters. The pair of them can really whack.
Now Gonzalez trying to pinion Espinosa up against the ropes, and the two exchanging. This is turning into a pretty good first round.
Yeah, exciting stuff in the first round here. Both of these guys are really banging. There's no feeling out in this fight. They're putting weight into every one of these shots. Gonzalez wasn't or hasn't been throwing the right hand, and he walked onto a cracking right hand from Espinosa. Beautiful short punch, just hit him right on the button with it.
And his knees really did a dip, but he successfully staved off a knockdown. As we move into the final seconds now of round number 1. Stay with us, and we'll be right back with round 2. Round 2 from the Arena Coliseo in Guadalajara, Mexico. This is a featherweight battle between Luisito Espinosa and Alejandro Gonzalez. That's Espinosa in the red trunks, the former WBA bantamweight champ, and Gonzalez in the blue trunks. Gonzalez seemed to dominate most of the action, although he was nearly floored by a right hand by Espinosa in round number 1. Espinosa won the bantamweight championship with a one-round knockout back in 1989, in October of '89, against Keoker Galaxy, and successfully defended the title twice before he lost the title 2 years almost to the day from winning it on a knockout by Israel Contreras, although he did have Contreras down in that fight.
Gonzalez put the pressure on in that round, Rich, in the first round, really poured the pressure on, and then got a bit complacent and walked onto that cracking little right hand. He's doing the same thing again here. He's forcing Espinosa back, walking him on continuously onto the right hand, but he hasn't been throwing it himself. Concentrating more on the left hook, and he's working off the left hand all the time. He hasn't introduced the right hand as yet. That's what he should be doing, banging that chopping right hand over.
He nearly was floored in that first round. I should probably point out at this juncture that Gonzalez has been down twice in his career in separate fights, but he did get up on both occasions to come back and win those fights.
Yeah, maybe he needs a knockdown to get him going. I'm sure he wouldn't agree with that, but he did walk onto a beautiful shot there, and he just touched down but got back up and doesn't seem to be showing any adverse effects to that.
Well, you would know, Barry. Does that kind of wake you up when you're in the ring and you get hit?
It depends how hard you get hit. They might not wake up at all.
Yeah, it could put you to sleep, I guess, right?
Yeah, a nice little anesthetic.
There's a good right by Gonzalez.
Good right hand from Gonzalez. Again, he's forcing the fight, and he's got to be getting points for pushing Espinosa back like this, but he hasn't been. Left hook is a great shot, but he should be banging that right hand over. He turned him right onto that right hand and didn't use that overarm right. Favors the left hand a lot. Espinosa is a very dangerous guy. He's playing the waiting game here, just moving back and he's conserving his energy.
Espinosa, although he's had a lot of fights, 42 fights, and a little shake and bake from Espinosa, who got rocked, however. That hot dogging did not pay off for Espinosa. He's in big trouble, and he's down.
He's down. Also, cracking right hand. Tried to pretend he wasn't hurt, but he's hurt here for sure.
What is Espinosa doing? He walked over to Gonzalez, and he went down again. He may be out. Espinosa in big trouble, gets up. He went down twice in the same knockdown. I believe this fight is over.
Yeah.
His cornermen are coming into the ring. And I believe that's it, although the referee did not give an official signal, and that is it. This fight is over. An unbelievable turn of events. A situation there, Barry, where Espinosa began hot dogging in the ring, kind of shaking and baking at him a little bit, got caught and got knocked out.
Well, actually, he was hit before that, but he tried to pretend that he wasn't hurt. Gonzalez almost hit him immediately again with another right hand, and that done the trouble. He knocked him down. He got up and he walked towards Gonzalez and then fell down again. A terribly unusual ending. There's the right hand. Hurt him here. Tried to pretend he wasn't hurt. Bang, hits him again. And hits him another couple of shots on the side of the head again. And there's that right hand. The last one is right on the ropes. Down he goes and he gets up here. Now what's this unbelievable behavior? Walks towards Gonzalez, towards his own corner, and falls down.
Well, we didn't see it there, but he did go down again on the same knockdown. But you'll see that.
You see that right hand
underneath. That's right.
This is the one on the ropes. That's the one that done the trick. Right at the ropes. Down he went, and he gets up, staggers over towards Gonzalez, falls down again. Incredible ending to the fight, but it's over.
So Alejandro Cobrita Gonzalez, that is impressive.
Wow.
against the former world champion, finishes him off in the second round to run his record now to 28-0-2, and he may be in line for a world championship fight now before too long.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Jimmy Lennon Jr., the ring announcer, waiting up in the ring to give us the official particulars of the completion of that bout. The referee looked a little hesitant and a little uncertain as to actually what he wanted to do there when Espinosa got up.
He was as confused as we were. But, you know, obviously the officials from the WBC, Jose Solis man is there. He's got to have taken note of that. And Gonzalez is now in line for a title fight for sure.
I'll tell you one thing. I think Gonzalez, in a sportsmanlike manner, refrained from hitting Espinosa because Espinosa, remember, got up and began walking right toward him. I wouldn't have been surprised. Here's Jimmy.
Tenemos el tiempo, 2 minutos 51 segundos en el round número 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time 2 minutes 51 seconds in round number 2. El ganador por knockout, Alejandro Cobrita Gonzalez.